I wrote myself a check when I was up on Mulholland Drive.
Right.
I wrote myself a post-dated check, Thanksgiving 1995, for the sum of $10 million. And again, it wasn't about the money, it was about where you are if you're receiving that kind of money and what you're doing. Because I've examined that all the way along, you know, when all this $20 million man business was happening. You know, I've examined what my motivations are, and the fact is I'm addicted to expressing myself in certain ways, and I have to do it, and I would do it if I was making 20 cents. Yeah. So it's really about that, especially now. I have enough money to live 20 lives, so I can't stop. I mean, good stories combined. My biggest problem is that I can't do them all. Yeah. And so
choice is
these scripts have to go to other people who are wonderful actors, and I have to sit back and watch them happen.
Saying I wish I had more time to do more of them because you.
I want to do them all.
Jim Carrey, yes.
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, you know, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, you know, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. What do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got...
Hello everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video on my thoughts on Jim Carrey's sort of existential ramblings in his interviews of late. He has this documentary on Netflix about his sort of method transformation in Man on the Moon, where he allowed Andy Kaufman to inhabit him, and he claims this is all very literal. And in recent interviews, he's been going as far as to say things like, I think the universe is a field of energy dancing for itself. And when he says things like that, he's hitting on holographic universe theory and like very, very deep existential themes and concepts. But what bothers me is he just stops there, and then like he'll call the reporter a cloud of tetrahedrons, and he'll like gently touch their face, and then he'll be like, you leave a very pleasant fragrance, goodbye.
Life isn't happening to you, it's happening for, you know, for the good of everyone. It's just it's a play, it's a giant, you know, field of consciousness dancing for itself, and you're here to make me happy, and it's making itself happy, you know? It's like one soul. That's how I feel. I feel like, you know, people say, well, I have a soul. You don't have a soul. There's no you, but I feel like there is a soul, and it includes everything.
And that allows everyone to dismiss him as a kook. But like I just said, like he's got some really good ideas in his rambling. But he's adopted this sort of wild-eyed stare too, and he has this kind of, you know, jerked up corner of his mouth. He just looks like he's about to snap. And he did that Kimmel interview where he was like, "For the iPhone 6."
You know, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this.
And yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some...
What happened?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus.
5.5.
That's a big one, huh?
5.5 heads-up HD display. I think what I was really trying to say was I think people will enjoy Dumb and Dumber this weekend.
And that is what I thought you were about to say.
Like, and it really feels like he has a gun to his head. I don't want to be, like, paranoid, because that's how I get, but I want him to pull back the veil and just get to the point and say what he means and just put it out there and I think his point is that they'll kill me, man. And it's like, in the clip I just put before my thoughts, he's lived 20 lifetimes of Jim Carrey. You know, you've taken so much, Mr. Carrey. Like, we paid to see all of your shit. Like, you've got a piece of everybody, man. Like, even if it's like a VHS copy of The Mask from 1994, like, somebody has bought some of your shit. And, like, how many dinosaur heads do you need? Like, just put it out there. Like, even if it means you have to go into hiding on an island, just tell everybody what's up. Like, if there's anybody, if there's like a handful of people on this earth that might have spoken to the architect from The Matrix, and they might have the real score, Jim Carrey might be one of those people. And if you have the answer and you withhold it, or you put it behind cryptic gibberish, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, like if you have the answer and you withhold it, you're just an asshole. And if you cite, like, Corey Feldman, like, oh, my personal safety. What about the personal safety of kids being molested in Hollywood? And here's this asshole with, like, all this, like, wealth and property and, like, these women that hang on him. And he's like, but they might take that away from me. Like, oh, boo-hoo. I hate celebrities. Like, man up, Jim Carrey. And the cable guy sucked. My point is that, like, he created this culture in the first place. That back in 1996, when he accepted that $20 million payout for the cable guy, that single-handedly set this celebrity worship machine in motion. That immediately Will Smith was like, yo, I'm getting $20 million for Independence Day and Men in Black. Then Adam Sandler's like, yeah, me too. I want $20 million too. And it created that celebrity worship culture. Well, not single-handedly, but you know what I mean. It was that catalyzing event. And I just want him to own up to that and be humble and tell us the score, dude. And stop freaking out the squares. Like, stop, like, walking up to reporters and, like, handling them and being like, oh, you're a lovely cloud of tetrahedrons in a field of energy. Like, again, like, if this is what you're getting at, get to that. Like, tell people to read this book. All right. Bye-bye. See you.